The last step in the building process is to create a set of beams and mullions using these profiles, and that will really give the building a very nice quality. So the next step will be familiar. We're going to sub-object select the beam, and then we have three options. We can extract a wireframe and join that wireframe to have the same profile. We can duplicate the border to basically have the same effect, or we can use the gumball to alt-drag a copy away, and any one of those will get us the profile and surface that we need for the mullion. To create the mullions, we'll want to extrude the profile. If it's a surface, we'll get a solid, and if not, we may need to cap the mullion afterwards. The thickness of the mullion should be approximately 2 to 4 inches, but you'll decide what will look best for your composition. And the spacing of the mullions will be about 4 feet, but they should be evenly spaced on your facade. You'll want to array them after you extrude them. The final step is to add glass to this surface. So now we have support through the mullions. We can use the original volume and simply explode it, choose the surfaces that we want to become the glass planes, and apply a material of glass. We'll do all the same steps to create the beams for the roof. Now mine's a cantilever, but yours may be a more simply supported beam depending on your design. We will want to sub-object select the profile, extrude it to an appropriate depth for a beam. 1 foot will work well. Position it on the columns, and then array that beam to be located on multiple columns for the entire roof frame. During these steps, it may help to move your C-plane for easiest movement in the right orientation of your objects, or to move your gumball to help with positioning your beam onto your column. So the last step for the roof is just slightly different than the final step for the curtain wall. With the curtain wall, we could draw a single plane of glass, and that was pretty accurate. Glass is very thin. But for the roof, we really need to draw a thicker plane that can represent a secondary structure, insulation, roofing materials, etc. So it will be much thicker than a single plane of glass. So we're going to want to follow some of the same steps using our original curves, and we will offset those curves, connect them so that we have a closed curve rather than a single curve, and then extrude that so that we get a roof plane with some thickness. What's nice about this is that this very closely approximates how a roof would be built, with structure underneath and a plane supported by that structure above.